Alright, what is going on, everybody? My name is Mickey Bean, and today we are going to play MLB The Show 16. And why are we getting away from Resident Evil and playing MLB The Show? Well, because for one, new MLB news has dropped. They started up their Twitch streams. I'm going to cover that all in this video. And number two, MLB The Show is one of my favorite gaming franchises of all time. I am a big Boston Red Sox fan. I played baseball all the way up as I was a little kid, all the way up to last year, actually, pretty competitively. And now I get to cover it on this YouTube channel that I have started. And yeah, I'm going to be playing a lot of MLB 17 when it comes out. I am a die-hard MLB The Show fan, bought every game since MLB The Show 06, back on the PS2 with David Ortiz, my boy, on the cover. And they were giving away a free hat, and I remember I got a Chicago Cubs hat with that game, just a little Chicago Cubs hat, which was awesome. I remember those days when you got the free hats with it in that one. That was when the show first started out, so I've been here for 11 years with this next one coming out. Yeah, and so today I'm going to cover everything, and if you like what you see in this video and you love MLB The Show just like me, hit that subscribe button for more. Alright, here we are, guys. We're going to jump into a game of Diamond Dynasty with my Diamond Dynasty team, the Canadian Red Sox, as I am from Canada, and I do get a lot of shit from my fellow MLB The Show friends who I know personally. Big Blue Jays fans give me a lot of shit for being a Red Sox fan, so we're going to beat up on the Blue Jays today, hopefully in a 3-inning game, and hopefully I don't eat my words and lose as I'm trying to talk about all the new aspects of MLB The Show 17, and of course we get to face R.A. Dickey, the knuckleballer, on the mound. That's alright though. We'll see what kind of damage we can do to Dickey, who is now on the Atlanta Braves, so I'm glad. I know Dickey struggled a little bit with the Blue Jays and his Blue Jays career. Everybody doesn't like that trade for Noah Syndergaard, sending Noah Syndergaard to the New York Mets as Dickey came back to Toronto in that deal. Now he's off with the Atlanta Braves, thank God, because in this game I am not a big fan of hitting that knuckleball. We got Ted Williams up here, and boink, that ball's gonna be fouled back. So now we're gonna get into some MLB 17 stuff, as the stream happened a couple of days ago, and what they talked about in that stream was a lot of gameplay and a lot of what's gonna affect the in-game stuff. The game looked great even on the stream, as a lot of people were saying. So the big takeaway from the stream that Sony San Diego put on was that the bats are now rounded as a rounded variable object. In previous versions of MLB The Show, it was like the ball was round. That is a round object coming in, but when the bat would hit the ball, it was like a flat surface hitting the ball, which caused a lot of balls to be hit on the screws, a lot of balls to be hit very hard. A lot of balls in the gaps, a lot of balls down the line going too hard. That resulted in people getting thrown out at second base, especially guys with low speed. Who do we got on the mound? We got Eckersley on the mound for us. Yeah, just a lot of... So there you go, ground ball hit on the screws at the fielder, Alexander Bogaerts. That ball was hit very hard. So basically what this means for MLB The Show now is that you're going to see a lot of Texas leaguers, a lot of bloop hits, a lot of dying quail.
You get a dying quail. Just one more dying quail a week.
Over the second baseman, over the shortstop, that drop in front of the outfielder. Previous versions of MLB The Show, if a guy would get jammed or hit it off the end of the bat, he would hit it very high in the air, which would allow the runners to come in and camp under it and make a fairly routine play. That would not happen in real life, okay? What would happen in real life is if a guy gets jammed, breaks his bat, that ball is not going to get the altitude that it would in these games in real life, and it would drop in front of the outfielder for a base hit, or the outfielder would come on very hard, make a sliding catch, or he would make a shoestring catch, and which results in a spectacular play, okay? Which is fine. But in MLB The Show, there's a lot of camping underneath for hits that were dropping for a bloop. So see, there's another one that I think he got jammed on a little bit. I think he was jammed there, and he still put it 10 feet in front of the warning track. So like, in real life, that would be a routine flyout in real life, okay? And now, also with ground balls, when balls are hit down the line, they're hit too hard, they go in a straight line to the wall, and the outfielder was picking them up and throwing guys out like a David Ortiz or like a Victor Martinez, who have very slow speed, very low speed rating. They were getting thrown out of second base, and now that is a problem because when balls are hit down the line, guys like David Ortiz can still get a double out of that play. I'm not talking about David Ortiz playing in Fenway Park and hitting a ball on the screws the opposite way off the Green Monster where the fielder is there and he fires a rocket into second base to hold David Ortiz to a single. That happens in real life. But when David Ortiz hits a ball down the line, that ball would typically, depending on where it's going, it would curve around the base and go into foul territory, if that makes sense. And David Ortiz would be able to beat that out in real life. He would bust it and make sure he would get to second base because that's what David Ortiz does. Alright, he hits a lot of home runs, but he, like if he were to hit one over Edwin here, down the line, he would, even though the shift is on, he should still be able to get to second base barely, okay? Because David Ortiz is not the fastest runner in the world, obviously. But yeah, they talked about a lot more about how ground ball, so ground ball down the line would just keep going straight down the line. It wouldn't have that natural curve to it. Now implementing round ball hitting round bat, that is going to happen a lot more, where you're going to see curved balls, you're going to see bloop hits, you're going to see a lot more of maybe jam shots and off the end of the bat, broken bat hits, which you typically didn't see in other iterations of the show. And now another problem was that as Mike Napoli hits one the opposite way over Batista's head, no, Batista makes the catch with a running grab by Batista there. Another problem was that fielders, especially infielders, weren't very, very smart with who was running down the base path. So let's say you have David Ortiz, who has a 10 speed, as you can see in the corner there, or you have a guy like a throwback Ichiro card who has a 99 speed, or Billy Hamilton who has 99 speed, or even a Mike Trout who has good speed. They would all make the same animations on a ground ball for that guy. They wouldn't think about who was running down the line. So they would get stuck in an animation, and he might still be able to throw David Ortiz, but those higher speed guys were still beating out those ground balls. So what is going to happen now in MLB The Show is the fielder is going to be able to read. So Donaldson, that's what will happen. He won't get stuck in that animation. He will make a quick throw, and that was a good example of a quick throw there. He didn't get stuck in the animation and was able to throw Alexander Bogaerts. But there was a lot of times when the shortstop would go to the backhand, he would make that jump throw and he would not be able to throw out a guy with like 70, 75 speed. I think what they said now is that the fielders are now smarter, and now they will be able to, based on who's running down the line, make a throw according to their speed. So if it's a Billy Hamilton, he's going to rush the throw a little bit more, and if it's a David Ortiz type of guy, he can take his time and still be able to get the out. So it's going to result in a little bit less of those hard-hit infield singles, which wouldn't happen in MLB. You see in MLB in real life, you see a lot of swing and bunts for base hits. That's when the base hits happen, but you don't really typically see routine ground balls being beat out by Billy Hamilton. And Billy Hamilton is fast, don't get me wrong, but he's not beating out a routine ground ball to Manny Machado, who has an absolute cannon for an arm, okay? So Eckersley pitching a good game so far. We got 2 outs here in the second inning, Diamond Dynasty. And one thing to remember as well, so there is an example, ground ball that did not really have the typical angle of a ground ball that would happen in real life. So that ball was hit off the end of the bat, towards the end of the bat, and was hit the opposite way down the line. Now in real life, let's go into replay here. So this ball, hit by Saunders, he gets it on the barrel a little bit, okay? So, but still, if it's hit on the barrel, that means it's going to have, it's harder hit, so it's going to curve a little bit more dramatically. So now, it's going to go straight down the line, but look at where it goes. So he hits it, and this ball actually comes away from the foul line. and it still gets behind Ryan Braun, who's my third baseman, and it goes into the outfield. Now this ball would typically take this type of path. I'm going to show you with the reticle instead. So now it's going to come in, and it's going to hit the ground here, and it should actually curve a little bit this way. Now this one was hit on the barrel, so it won't curve as much into foul territory as it would hit off the end of the bat with more spin, but it should not take that path. It should take a little bit more of a path away from Braun instead of going towards him. And if it went towards him, that's a ball Braun should get the majority of the time. So we're going to see a lot more of those curving hits down the line, I think, if the ball is going to go down the line. So there was another example of Ichiro in center field camping under a fly ball. Now, if you get a guy that's tagging up at second base or third base, going home or going to third base, we are going to see your fielder position is going to matter more. Okay, you got to line yourself up with the base. So we are seeing a lot of the time, as we get into replay mode again here, what we were seeing a lot of the time. So say Ichiro is lined up for, let's just theoretically say there's a guy on second base. Okay, Ichiro is lined up to throw home in this position. Okay, as you can see, he is straight towards home plate. He is with his arm back. He is lined up to make a throw at home plate. Okay, so now if there's a runner on second base and he tags up, what's going to happen is Ichiro is going to come forward, and because he's throwing to the third base, he's going to have to change his direction. So he comes forward, and he's going to have to go on a diagonal to throw that way, and he's not going to get everything behind his throw, and he's not going to be able to throw at that runner. Now, prime Ichiro has a great arm, 99 arm. He's got high 90s arm strength and accuracy and fielding. Okay, so maybe he would be able to, but lower end fielders should not be able to make that play. What's going to happen is Ichiro is going to have to get his body behind the ball in this direction and go towards third base. That's the only way he's going to be able to make a good strong throw, and that's what they were talking about in the stream as well. Fielding position is going to start to matter now, and it's going to, especially online, it's going to change the game completely, because you're not going to rely on those animations anymore. You're going to have to put in the work and get Ichiro to that position where he is behind the baseball. Okay, and I think that's going to be really good for the game. Okay, and they were talking about cheese bunting and all that stuff, bunters online. All that is going to be addressed, and now those guys are going to be thrown out by 2-3 steps. So now it's just going to be totally different online, I hope. I'm hoping it's going to be totally different online, because that was a problem last year in MLB 16. Now, I don't play online as much. I like to play against the computer. I use the show to relax a lot more, just to jump in and play a game and whatever. I don't want to go on to line, but for you online players out there, that's going to matter to you guys, okay? Now we see a guy like Rod Carew, great contact hitter in his career with the Minnesota Twins and the Los Angeles Angels. And he didn't hit a lot of home runs. He has low power, so he relied on those infield singles. He relied on those blue pits. He didn't hit. He used his speed a lot. So we're going to see a lot more of that. And so Ichiro beats out the infield single as Dickey, old man Dickey, cannot get over to cover. And now we're going to see if we can put Ichiro in motion, if we can steal a base. I am predicting a pitch out here. So I got my hand on the trigger to go back if I see a pitch out, if I see that slide step Dickey. So he does not slide step. Dickey doesn't lift his leg. So that makes it tough. Ted Williams takes a knuckleball for strike one. Come on, Teddy. So there's a slide step. And Ichiro beats it out. Okay, so now we got a runner in scoring position, hopefully to take the lead. But Ted Williams is behind in the count 0-2. Let's see what we can do here. Big pitch here, big spot. Oh, we go up the ladder, we chase one, we foul it off. We have another life, all right? Let's go, let's go. Come on, Teddy. Teddy fouls it off again, a little bit late on that, a little bit late. That was the pitch. I think we missed our pitch. I think that was the spot to do some damage to Dickey, and we cannot get it. Oh, we get the call there. That could bring the at-bat back into our favor. Thank you, Umpy, okay? Must be Angel Hernandez behind the dish. He's blind, all right? Oh, up the ladder, and no, I'm going to have to cut Ted Williams. Ted Williams, you just made the list, pal. All right. So now we have nobody warming up at the bullpen. We got Navarro coming up, hits better against righties, and then we got Travis who hits, or sorry, Navarro is weaker against righties. Travis hits better against righties. So we will bring in the man, Craig Kimbrell, because Koji is my closer, all right? And they talked to the Operation Sports. They talked about how this is going to make Koji better because he pitches low in the zone. With that new spin involved with the round ball, round bat, you're going to get a lot more ground balls. Going to be better for Koji. I'm already dominant with Koji. Flashback Koji, his ERA is a little bit inflated. I had some bad luck with him at the beginning. Wasn't his fault. A couple errors were made, so his ERA is a little bit more inflated. Because he got tired, and I used him in bad spots. So, but normal Koji, present day Koji, his ERA was under 1. Okay, so on this team. So I love using Koji. Just absolutely nasty. Okay, now he's with the Chicago Cubs, which is good for him. He's with my boy John Lester over there, and mouth breather John Lackey. As we get the strikeout, oh, get in on the thumbs. That's a broken bat if he makes contact, and hopefully not a broken bat base hit. So they're gonna bring in Lariano to face Ryan Braun, lefty against Braun. Not good. Braun is stacked. You can see at the bottom there, 99. Contact and power. So let's see if we can drive one to the ballpark here. Now we got Dickey out of the game. Ooh. Knuckleballer. Get out of here. Lariano's got a good changeup. He pitched well down the stretch for the Blue Jays last year. And he's back with them this year. But he had, doesn't get over. Oh, God. We got a challenge on that? No, he was out. Lariano struggled with the Pirates at the beginning of the year. He ran into some walk problems, which elevated his ERA a little bit. And then he came to Toronto in a trade for Drew Hutchison and pitched very well down the stretch. So he's painting that outside corner to Ortiz. He's living low and away to Ortiz right now. So I'm going to see if he goes back there. And he goes up the ladder. Some good pitching there. I was looking down and away, and he climbed the ladder. I was late on it. Joey goes with the slider down and away again. That is some good pitching there from Lariano. And I don't think he can do that in real life. So fix that, MLB The Show. Now we got my boy Napoli up. Another lefty killer, but he hits it on the screws, and they got the shift on, so they're going to get out of the inning here. He navigates through the middle of my lineup. And now we have to come in. And I'm not warming anybody up in the bullpen for some reason. So now we're going to change pitchers. We got righty, and bring in Papelbon. Throwback Paps. Got the Red Sox. Good ERA, good record. 3-1 out of the bullpen. We got a strike there to Kevin Pillar. And the thing I love about this game is that there is no clock. Manfred, stop changing the game. God damn it. Alright? No pitch clock. No starting runner on second base in extra innings. Alright? Get rid of it. If you want to really make a difference, Manfred, limit those catcher pitcher man visits, if anything. Okay? Don't change the game that's been relatively the same for the last 200 years, okay? You're doing more harm than you are good, and I don't care. Okay, just because you're changing I'm going on a rant here. Just because you change the game to get more people interested in the game, if you place that runner on second base, everybody's going to be like, oh my god, I love baseball all of a sudden. No, baseball fans are going to be baseball fans because they love baseball, if that makes sense. You're not going to get a guy who predominantly watches football and be like, oh, they have a runner on second base in extra innings now, or they have this pitch clock, I'm going to get into this. It's not going to happen, okay? Torrey, Manfred, don't want to hear it, okay? Just leave the game alone. You guys are doing more damage than you are good, okay? So now we're into extra innings. Do you think I want to start my extra innings with fucking David Ortiz on second base? No, I don't. So just... I would rather start clean, start fresh. You get that runner on second base, what you're going to see is more bunting and less walk-off ding-dongs, okay? And no, I love myself a good walk-off ding-dong, and it's a shame they don't put foul poles on the moon for when I'm about to go deep with JD Martinez here, okay? So, because you know, if they start that runner on second base in extra innings, I'm bunting him over to third base, and now we have a runner on third with 1 out. And you know they're going to intentionally walk him, and then you're going to get into that first and third double play situation, okay? And that's another thing. You can get... I'm not even a big fan of just putting the runner on first base because some pitchers can't throw intentional walks. They just can't do it. That ball goes everywhere because it takes them out of their mechanics, okay? And pitchers are weird species. They're weird athletes. They can throw 100 miles an hour, but they can't throw 50% of that to the catcher's mitt in the other batter's box. It does not make any sense. But that's what we love about the game. And Bogarts with a base knock here. And now the screws are starting to turn in my head. Now we got to start managing. We want a pinch hitter. I'll bring in a pinch hitter in the form of Miguel Sano. So Sano's going to come off the bench and hit for Papelbon against the left-handed Lariano. And what are we going to do? We are going to pinch run for JD Martinez, taking that bat out of the lineup. But we have Mookie Betts on the bench, so we'll get him in. And now, should we bunt? That is the question. Or do we go for the walk-off ding-dong? We'll lay one down. We'll get Mookie over. They're going to go to second base, get Bogarts out. Miguel Sano beats it out on the back end. Okay, so now we got a first and third situation with 1 out, and we got Carew coming up. Okay, do I suicide squeeze here? Oh, come on. This game's got to end. So now that we're here, I'm going to get a couple of guys loose. We'll get throwback really loose too. But Koji's the one coming in. If we take the lead, if we don't take the lead, we will bring in okay, fly ball hit, shallow. Can Mookie Betts beat this? Throw to the plate, offline. Mookie Betts scores, and now Koji has to get ready in a hurry down in the bullpen because he is going to come in, get loose, Koji. We got Grilly warming up as well. Now the infield's playing back here. Now watch. Let's see if I can surprise the infielders here. And we will. This is going to be a base hit for Ichiro. Boom. Okay, infield playing back. We take advantage, and they're going to waste a pitcher. Bring in Feldman, the righty, to face Ted Williams. And let's see if Ted Williams can drive a ball out of the ballpark here, okay? And he pops it up. That's okay, because Koji's going to do a job here. He's going to put in work, and he's going to shut these Jays down, all right? We got one hitter going. Mookie Betts comes in for Jay. And I think what I'm going to do here is put Koji in, but move Mookie to his natural Mookie's natural. Okay, right fielder, yeah. Right in this game. Okay, Mookie's right fielder in this game as well, okay? So Ichiro and then Teddy Williams. So let's just do work here. Everything's set up. We're just going to do some work. Oh, that's a high splitter to Tulo. We're going to have to navigate through the middle. Or through, what's like 5, 6, 7. But Batista's in that 7 spot. So, game's not over by any stretch. And we paint. Koji paints that splitter on the outside. And he gets the strikeout. Now Saunders up. Righty-lefty matchup. But I trust Koji. And we will stick with him. We won't go to Miller, and we won't go to Sale, who's down in my bullpen as well. Sale, Boston Red Sox, absolutely love that. Red Sox are the crown jewel of the American League East this year. And we strike out Saunders. Koji is nasty, and he's just going to get nastier on MLB The Show 17. Now here's Batista. Last hope for the Jays. Big roadblock to get through. So we're throwing all splitters. I'm going to mix it up and go to the slider here. Paint for a strike. Koji getting some calls, and we'll go splitter very low. Try to get it out of Batista's wheelhouse, and we strike out the side with Koji Uehara. Absolutely nasty, and he is going to get MVP of this game. So what do you guys think about the gameplay additions and the gameplay updates for MLB 17 The Show? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video and you want to see more MLB 17, subscribe to the channel. I put up a new game every day, all week long. And cannot wait for MLB 17 the show to drop. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.